When you give to iTeams, you join forces with advocates fighting poverty and caring for the most vulnerable all over the world, multiplying the impact of your generosity. Here's an example. When Russia launched a full-scale invasion of Ukraine in February 2022, Ukrainian refugees fled into neighboring countries, including Romania. Our Impact Romania partner, the Pascu Pas Foundation, whose work normally focuses on serving orphaned and vulnerable youth, pivoted and sprang into action, offering shelter and supplies to the influx of refugees. Here in Canada, iTeams rallied together donors who stepped up right away to support Ukrainian refugees, giving and fundraising more than $70,000. With the high costs of fuel and supplies, the impact of those funds could have stopped there. Instead, like a talent they refused to bury, Pascu Pas multiplied the impact of these funds by partnering with local churches in Romania and Ukraine, allowing them to not only care for refugees, but also to transport and disperse critical supplies to those who could not leave Ukraine. At the same time, the impact was multiplied again as our partners tapped into local generosity in Romania through fundraising. The combined generosity of Canadians and Romanians fully funded Pascu Pas's work, housing and caring for 62 refugees at the family farm and transporting 17 van loads of critical supplies into Ukraine. And there was still funds left over to do more good. So, we connected with iTeams Austria and helped support a refugee pastor in Vienna who is welcoming and providing care for fellow refugees there. With our help, over 100 Ukrainian refugees in Austria received a place to stay in a community that cares for them. But wait, there's more. During a Christmas event for orphaned and vulnerable youth, the foundation's leader, Dina, shared with the children about the situation in Ukraine and what Pascu Pas was doing to help. The children were so stirred by what they heard that they asked if they could give some of the Christmas gifts they had just received away to children in Ukraine. To recap, when donors responded to the crisis in Ukraine by giving to iTeams, they helped set in motion a domino effect of generosity, as more and more local and international partners pooled their resources to care for Ukrainians affected by the war. The result, a far greater impact than if we had chosen to work alone.